Ladies and gentlemen, I am glad to welcome you all for the sixth meeting of the European Network of Energy and Managing Authorities of the Cohesion Policy 2014-2020. I cannot be in person with you today, being in a mission in Iran at the same date, but I would like to pass some messages that are important in the context of the energy transition. As you know, the energy transition is decisive for the implementation of the Paris Agreement. But beyond the decarbonization challenge, the energy transition is also an opportunity to accelerate the modernization of Europe's entire economy, creating growth and jobs while benefiting to all Europeans. The clean energy transition is not only a political priority. It is also more and more a priority in investors' agenda. Already today, we are in a good position to make the most of the clean energy transition. Renewable energies account for over 1 million jobs in Europe, and the energy efficiency sector employs about 2.4 million persons in the European Union. But if we want to remain at the driving seat, we will need to trigger the necessary investment in clean and sustainable solutions. At EU level, it is estimated that 379 billion euros of investment will be needed annually for the period 2020-2040, and just to modernize our economy and meet our 2030 energy and climate objective. To meet the investment challenge, cohesion policy funding is an important contribution. For the 2014-2020 period, it amounts to almost 45 billion euros, more than double the amount spent during the previous period. This is decisive for the Energy Union, focusing in particular on energy efficiency, renewable energy, and smart energy infrastructure, as well as energy-related research and innovation. For instance, the European Structural and Investment Funds will invest 17 billion euros in energy efficiency and 4.9 billion in renewables during the period 2014-2020. However, it is clear that public investment alone will not be sufficient. In fact, both public and private sectors have the opportunity to work hand in hand toward the clean energy transition. The energy transition will only be successful if private investors, commercial banks, and project promoters from all sectors and at all levels are fully involved. As you know already, the Smart Finance for Smart Building initiative will unlock additional private financing by supporting a more effective use of public funds, aggregation and assistance for project development, and the change in the risk perception of financiers and investors. But we need much more investment, and therefore we need to continue with the European Fund for Strategic Investment. We are on a good track, as projects approved in the field of energy represent already 21% of the total financing approved by EFSI, with a priority on energy efficiency, renewable energy, smart cities, and energy infrastructure. If we want to trigger all the necessary investment, the key here is to create the optimal condition for the energy transition. This means first setting a strong and stable regulatory framework. And this is the objective of the Clean Energy for All Europeans package, launched just a year ago. This package is now being negotiated by the European Union member states and the European Parliament with the support of the European Commission. Once adopted, the package will set the necessary regulatory framework towards the clean energy transition and will send strong investment signals. With this package, the EU is showing real leadership in terms of energy transition and fighting climate change. Besides the regulatory framework, the EU is also developing the enabling instrument and measures that are needed to support the clean energy transition. Regional cooperation across Europe is a building block for the Energy Union, and the Commission is promoting regional cooperation to advance on EU energy policy objectives. You will discuss today the progress achieved in this regard in Central and Southeast Europe. Furthermore, in the context of a Clean Energy for All European package, specific initiatives in support of a clean energy transition in island and in coal regions are being launched. These initiatives are a clear priority and are driven in close cooperation with my colleague and friend from DG Regio, Director General Marc Lemaitre. First, the EU Clean Island Initiative was launched last September to unlock the potential of islands to be the drivers of clean energy solutions and to become energy self-sufficient. This will contribute to cleaner, more secure and affordable energy on island while boosting their economic activity and benefiting the local population. You will have the opportunity today to discuss some of the inspiring examples of clean energy solutions in EU island. Second, support for coal and carbon-intensive regions to better adapt to the clean energy transition is a clear political priority. It is an area where the EU action can add value to the ongoing efforts in member states and regions to build long-term development strategies. In this context, the Commission will launch in December a platform on coal regions in transition to support a viable economic transformation of coal regions in a socially fair way. To this end, the Commission will work in partnership with the actors in these regions, such as public authorities, industries and civil society. It will support these regions through better access to existing funding and through targeted platforms which can help create synergies between the regions. These are ambitious actions and proposals that will contribute to make the EU energy system fit for the transition to a clean and sustainable energy system. And the continued involvement of local, regional, and national energy authorities and stakeholders is crucial in this process. And you can count on the support of DG ENER and DG Regio. I wish you a fruitful discussion.